So what's up everyone, and welcome to the first part of drawing this autistic celebrity. You saw the title and the thumbnail of this video. Now I am really excited to draw this autistic celebrity to celebrate Autism Awareness Month, which is throughout the month of April, and we passed like one third of the month of April, so we really gotta get going using the color pencils and the oil pastels. I already created the pencil marks of the autistic celebrity that we're gonna soon work on, that I'm gonna shortly show you, like the picture of, like the top right hand corner of the screen. And by the way, my name is Julian, so hi. Jules Nerdy decided to take a break from drawing YouTubers, and that allows me to really jump into that spotlight and obtain that spotlight. We're gonna basically follow in the footsteps of Jules Nerdy, using the colored pencils to draw a celebrity that's not really a YouTuber, that is more of a movie star. We're gonna use Autistic color pencils mostly. We're also gonna use color pencils that is not really Arteza and Crayola. It's gonna be Prismacolor. I have used Prismacolor color pencils before. When I was, I think I first used them when I was a senior in high school. I was 17 years old. Here I am, 23 freaking years old. I am going on 24 in less than 2 months. But regardless, I have used Prismacolor color pencils before when I was a senior in high school, 12th freaking grade. It's gonna feel good to start using them again for the first time in approximately 6 years, I would say. Yeah, approximately 6 years since I last used the color pencils of that brand. But we're only going to use black because I used over half of the black color pencil that belongs to Arteza. So I went on Amazon. I decided to order more black color pencils, like a total of 12 Prismacolor black color pencils. So that way I don't have to panic or feel really worried about running out of black whenever we draw these humans for fun. All of this talking here during the intro is making me feel quite thirsty. I need to fuel myself up. Nearly a year ago, I would say, we decided to draw an autistic celebrity, which was Albert Einstein. We basically did that at the last minute, just before the month of May hit. We drew Albert Einstein. It wasn't a hyper-realistic artwork, but for this one, we're gonna try to do a hyper-realistic drawing of this autistic celebrity that we're gonna soon draw. And so specifically using the color pencils and oil pastels, but oil pastels for the background, but the color pencils to work on the actual celebrity. And to get this out the way, I ordered this from Amazon. There are plenty of these shirts. We got the 3 elements of the periodic table that spell out the word autism. Yeah, gold, titanium, and samarium. I'm not sure if I said the 3rd periodic table element correctly. I'm not good with names, and I love how creative this is. I think it's there's a piece of humor for this shirt. And I'm autistic myself. I've been diagnosed with the disability since the age of 3. I actually made a 21.5-minute long video of talking about my diagnosis. And I kind of regret making that video. I just hate how people see us as like untalented. Clearly, I'm proving any of the haters wrong that I have a talent. I have a disability with an ability. I actually like that phrase. I have a disability with an ability. Yeah, that could be one of my mottos for my YouTube channel and for any other socials I have. Yes, I know, shut the F up about it. Regardless, I want to keep on celebrating this period to show some support for other people that have the exact same disability as me or different form of autism. And I also respect people with other disabilities, but I gotta put so much emphasis on my disability. So this guy is a movie star. He is known for being in some Ghostbusters movies, and he is in the Blues Brothers movies. His name is Dan Aykroyd. I'm not sure if I said his last name right. I'm not good with names again. I think I said it correctly. Other people would pronounce his last name differently. Okay, here is a picture I recently took of the drawing. We got the pencil marks, and I decided to draw the puzzle pieces. I don't know how to really put it in words to really show proof that we're gonna draw somebody for this period. All of these puzzle pieces aren't connected to each other. Some pieces are separated from other pieces. I want the drawing to be as challenging as it gets. I'm a bit nervous, but not too nervous. We're gonna be alright. I don't know if we're gonna finish the drawing before the month of May or at the very beginning of May. My goal here is to finish the drawing of Mr. Aykroyd before the month of May, maybe like a day before May. Well, it depends on my laziness, my energy, you know, my chemistry, if I want to record for long hours. But for this recording, I'm not going to record for that long because this is only the start. And this intro is really, really long. And this art video in general is really, really long. I'm going to try not to make a really hideous drawing of a celebrity that was diagnosed with autism. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and start drawing Dan Aykroyd using Arteza and Prismacolor color pencils. So no Crayola color pencils are going to be involved again. Dan Aykroyd, the actor. I got some interesting things to say about the actor here, but this actor was born on Canadian soil, specifically Ottawa, which is Canada's capital. Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Oh, Canada. I'm not Canadian. I'm a natural-born American. Speaking of American, he also has American citizenship, so he has dual citizenship. So that makes him a Canadian-American movie star. He may not be as popular as like other actors like Robert Downey Jr. or Tom Cruise. I really don't want to express my opinions that heavily on Aykroyd. I guess maybe just for a little bit. To me, he seems, I don't know, he's popular, but not too popular. Some actors or celebrities that aren't really actors are more popular than Aykroyd, and others, they're not as popular as Aykroyd. Each and every one of us has a lifestyle, so we really gotta make it count, and Aykroyd is making it count. I think when he was younger and during his early life, I think, maybe when he was like an adult or a teen or whatever, I think like the early years, he was diagnosed with a form of autism, which is called Asperger's syndrome. I believe like in one of his interviews, he said that it was just like a self-diagnosis. He was like self-diagnosed without like having the doctors telling him or something. I might be wrong. Like websites like Wikipedia and like other websites really differ on like his condition, but seems like a lot of websites, I don't know how many exactly or precisely, the websites are stating that Dan Aykroyd has a form of autism. He's one of those autistic celebrities that really struggles to interact. So that's what Asperger's syndrome is. It's where you have a difficult time interacting or communicating with other people. I think I have that form of autism. I just have autism. I don't know like what form I have exactly, but I know I've been living with it for quite a while. Yeah, sometimes we can't be afraid to speak out about something and like what's wrong with this or that, or what's wrong with us and stuff like that. And Aykroyd definitely did that. I think he also revealed that he had Tourette syndrome when he was younger. So I didn't look him up too much recently. He has made a few cameos. It's where you make a brief appearance, so it's where you appear on screen in movies or TV shows, or both actually, like for a few seconds or a few moments, and then you're never seen again on screen in movies and TV shows. And Aykroyd is one of those celebrities that did that in TV shows. I think The Simpsons, other TV shows I can't really remember, that I can't really think from the top of my head. So yeah, he is known for being in the infamous Ghostbusters franchise. So movies, the first movie that came out in 1984, the second movie that came out 5 years later. I think he was in the remake of Ghostbusters. Who you gonna call Ghostbusters? I used to have a Ghostbusters shirt, but I don't have it anymore. I used to have it when I was like in sixth grade or so. But moving right along, he was in the newer Ghostbusters movies, including the one that recently came out. He was in other movies like The Blues Brothers and its sequel. The Blues Brothers is a classic that came out in 1980. I think it's one of my mom's favorite movies. My mom has seen The Blues Brothers before. Yeah, I have seen a little bit of it. I've never seen Ghostbusters. I haven't seen any Ghostbusters movies. Yeah, I'm such a horrible fan, am I? He was also in Get On Up, a movie that came out nearly a decade ago, starring Chadwick Boseman, R.I.P. Chad. He was also in Coneheads and other movies that were complete nosedives. We know the best movie he was in was Ghostbusters, the very first movie that came out during the 80s. I will be completely honest to you guys here. I am not following Aykroyd on any of his socials, so I'm not sure if he has a Facebook page. I know he has an Instagram page, so yeah, feel free to follow his official Instagram page. He doesn't really post that often, and I can kind of relate to him. I don't really post too much on any of my socials. I like to go nice and easy. I believe I had said that during the past in one of my past art videos or non-art videos, but I really don't feel like remembering or trying to see if I really remember if I said that. But regardless, I don't know if he has Twitter. Well, it's currently called X, but to a lot of us here, it'll be remembered as Twitter. It'll be always called Twitter, and those people aren't wrong. I'm with those people, to be honest. Yeah. I don't know what makes me not support or follow Mr. Aykroyd. I think it's due to the fact I don't really watch any of his movies, or like any movies that he was in, any TV shows he was in, and like interviews he was featured in. So that could be the real reason why I'm not really on his shoulders or like following in his footsteps online and like meeting him in person. I actually never met him in person. It would be interesting to meet him in person one day. It'll probably never happen, which is completely fine. But it is wholesome for me to draw him for my YouTube channel and for my Facebook page. Not only Dan Aykroyd is an actor, producer, filmmaker, or comedian, or all of the above, or etc. He is also an entrepreneur, most importantly. Yeah, this autistic celeb has a couple of his own businesses, such as House of Blues, which is a restaurant. It's a chain of restaurant and bars where like live music is performed of like from rock and roll or like heavy metal. I think it's just rock and roll and the blues. So I don't know what my thoughts on that is, but I am proud. Here's a round of applause for Mr. Aykroyd for having his own business. He's one of the founders of House of Blues, actually, that got founded during the early 1990s. I think specifically the year 1992. He also has he got his own vodka brand, which is called Crystal Head Vodka. That got founded in 2008. Hey, I'll give plenty of credit, plenty of kudos to Mr. Aykroyd for putting himself out there, and he had set his own businesses, a couple of his own businesses actually. Yeah, that was just the past though. He founded a company where I wasn't even born yet, I never existed, and for the brand that he founded, I was either in 2nd or 3rd grade, and I was 8 freaking years old. I was a naughty boy. Aykroyd is also a left-handed celebrity. Hey, I'm glad that I'm drawing somebody that's a lefty also, and that has a similar disability as me. I know during the intro of this long art video here, I made a small complaint saying, I hate when people see us as untalented, people with autism like me, or people with other disabilities, being mistreated by those that have like a normal functioning body and that actually know what they're doing and stuff like that. So yeah, things like that can happen at some occasions. This may be a sad world we live in, I mean, people with autism are still able to do proper things, and they're still gonna have capabilities of putting themselves out there, and each and every one of us has a progress and a process that we're working on, and I can relate. I am in that type of like group or like party, or I don't know how to really put it in words, but I'm just one of those people with a disability that I've been living with for 2 decades roughly, that is trying to, I guess, change the world. But it's really a mission. It's one hell of a mission to do that, which is why I love doing art, and this is how I communicate to people in person and online. Not everyone is going to be able to construct themselves, and hopefully they desperately achieve their hopes and dreams and goals and all that stuff. And I decided to I forgot to point this out here, I decided to wear an Autism Awareness bracelet that my brother gave me, just to create further support of Autism Awareness Month, so there you go. Okay guys, here's the current progress of the drawing of an autistic celebrity who's a movie star and also, I think, writer, director, and producer, also comedian, Dan Aykroyd. I gotta say, so far this drawing is looking pretty decent as far as I'm concerned. Not a super hyper-realistic artwork of a human being. When it comes to being all colorful again, well, following in the footsteps of Jules Nerdy would get colorful when it comes to drawing these humans for fun, but this one is kind of a different story. Well, clearly it is, because we're drawing Mr. Aykroyd within all of these puzzle pieces here, and a few of these puzzles are like separated from other pieces, like up here, the top right hand corner, and like here to the left, and like here, like near the middle. Yeah, we only got like roughly 10 more days of April remaining. We have passed 2/3 of April, so we really gotta get going, finishing another artwork for the year 2024. If we could somehow make that tremendous clutch, that would be great, honestly. And I don't know, because the next video after this one is going to be another episode of Wonderful Art, so another painting that we're going to do, and then we're going to jump back to this drawing of Dan Aykroyd, and hopefully we finish this drawing before the month of May. So yeah, we really gotta somehow out of nowhere make that clutch. It's gonna feel like I'm gonna have to work overtime Monday through Friday, recording for long hours continuously. For the first recording, I didn't feel like drawing for like 2 hours or 3 hours or so. I did start off really lazy and lacking that chemistry. As the days went on, I started to resurrect my chemistry, and I decided to start recording much more longer than expected. And clearly, guys, we are using the colors of the autism ribbon, and the way the ribbon is designed, it is designed in the puzzle pieces. It's the reason why I decided to include all of these puzzle pieces for this drawing. I can't wait to fly through the rest of this outfit over here, the bottom left-hand corner of the drawing. The rest of his face is going to be kind of a pain in the rear end to do, but the most exciting part about this is getting all colorful, and the music does help me. I'm into multiple music genres. It's quite the strategy, rather than working in silence. Drawing or painting or sculpting without any music, so we need music. It creates that, like, I guess, kind of a chain reaction. So the chemistry between me and the music from my computer is gonna really show progression of what we're doing. Does that make sense, guys?
Nope.
I don't know if that was the best way of explaining, but I did my best. We have to work on his other eye, his other eyebrow. We're gonna kind of fly through the rest of his hair over here. And we also gotta finish this portion right here where I'm pointing at. We're gonna use more oil pastels for the background over here. You can't forget, we also have to finish his throat, and we're gonna draw a bit of his chest hair. I'm kind of debating whether or not I should use a white color pencil for his hair. So you guys clearly saw during this art video, as we were working on this drawing of Mr. Aykroyd, we only use color pencils. I might use a pair of scissors instead of white color pencil, because I am doubting that a white color pencil will really work for Aykroyd's hair, so I'm not going to really use a white colored pencil. I'm going to try to use a pair of scissors for the second and final part. I want to create like the tiny patches of gray hair. So yeah, all of that's going to be really thrilling. Can't wait for the second and final part. We really got to move fast, I guess, and draw fast. Well, not draw fast, because otherwise I'll screw myself. We just got to draw smart, but not hard. Well, draw smart and draw hard. Work smart, work hard. All of those phrases I'm gonna stick with. So that is gonna be the end of this first part of drawing Dan Aykroyd to celebrate Autism Awareness Month. Stay tuned for more content, guys, and I hope this art video is quite enjoyable to watch. Also, enjoy the rest of your weekend.